Welcome to Primecast. My name is Slim Shady.
I am Executive Prime.
And, yeah.
See, I told you it'd be more fun.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, so someone else out there giggled. So, someone in case of the giggle fits.
Got a little bit of the sillies.
Here at Primecast, we got the smiley faces.
We don't use frowns.
We turn that shit upside down, bro.
Oh, that was weird.
This is gonna be fun.
So, get any new toys or new Transformers this week?
Good question. Did I? Jesse, what new Transformers did you get this week?
I didn't get any.
Damn. I don't think I got any either. I got some cool stuff, but didn't really get
I know you. Well, you ordered one, right?
I technically ordered two.
Oh, two.
Two.
What?
But one of them's not interesting really at all for anyone, except for maybe that one guy out there.
Out there.
Up there. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It wasn't even a twang. It wasn't even an impediment. It was just a...
It was verbal diarrhea. Right
Yeah.
there.
Right there, right there. This follows up last week's episode where we shared our...
Okay, so...
Did we get any feedback on
Yeah, apparently some people thought that was funny. But, keeping a tradition of discussing stories, I have a pretty disgusting one.
Is it recent?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it's quite embarrassing, actually.
I like this already.
It's something I probably really shouldn't even share.
Do it.
So
There's no going back.
I'm old. I'm kind of older, right? I had to take fiber, so my poop gets not solid.
Grandpa.
So I can actually because I
eat cereal boxes.
I used to have a real bad problem with hemorrhoids and shit.
Oh jeez. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really taken it for a while. So, I'm going on the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and it's just not coming. Like I know it's there. I'm squeezing, get out of there. Until it's 10 minutes pass by. And it has to come out. There's no choice. It's going to come out. And I just kind of scream get out! And it comes. It just.
That sounded. Man.
It just falls out, and I pass out.
Really?
Yeah. Just a force.
You went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, just a force of that caused me to pass out right there. And I get up. It was like have you ever seen the Amityville Horror?
A long time
Where
ago.
the house just goes, get out! And so I come to it. I stand up. I'm still kind of out of it. And the turd was no joke. It was like taking 2 Campbell's soup cans and glued them together end to end. And just laid it in the toilet.
Huh. So it wasn't just all for naught. It was
pretty
hardcore.
Yeah.
Jesse takes shit seriously.
Uh-huh.
No, seriously.
And that's not the end of the story. And so I go to flush it, right? It didn't even phase it. It just kind of laughed at me is that the best you got? So
Can't get rid of me that easily.
So I got a old coat hanger and chopped it up into 3 or 4 bits so it could flush down the toilet.
No one looked at you the same ever again.
No. And I told my wife this story, She's like, "Where is the coat hanger?" It's in the garbage. She's like, "You'd never do that again." That's awesome. That was the first thing that came.
That
out
was
of my-
awesome. That's your response to this whole thing. That is cool, but it's not a transformer. But it's pretty cool. I can't top that. I'm not even. Yeah.
So what did you order, by the way?
I ordered. Last week we were talking about both of us wanting, pretty interested in ordering Arms Micron figures, mainly Decepticons, and I ended up ordering on Robot Kingdom Arms Micron Megatron. It's not here, but I have him ordered, so hopefully next Primecast he'll be here. But yeah, Robot Kingdom. If you want Arms Micron, don't go to anywhere else except for Robot Kingdom. Their shipping is kind of pricey. I think it was upwards of, I don't know, maybe $10. That's kind of a lot, but Big Bad Toy Store I think has at least a flat rate. No, they don't have flat rate, but anything I've ever gotten there, the shipping was at least $7.
Yeah, that's how much it usually is for me.
And which is ridiculous. And I do not like that. And they have their Arms Micron figures up for I think $38, which is ridiculous. So for a couple more dollars of shipping and a $24 price tag compared to $38 was a no-brainer, and I went for it, and I got Megatron. He's on the way. I didn't get Skywarp. I probably won't get Skywarp. But I'm excited for Megatron. What really pushed me over the edge to order Megatron was Pia had actually posted pictures, and apparently that cannon works very well. His Arms Micron cannon works very well with the Voyager.
I saw those pictures. It didn't work that well for me.
It works better than the one that he has on him.
That's not a selling point for me. I did order Megatron.
Oh, you did?
But then I canceled the order.
Why?
Cause I was like, I don't know.
I hear the first edition mold is still a very good mold.
But yeah,
I think Evangelist, that's his favorite Prime Deluxe mold.
Yeah, but I don't know. Plus, it's
Or at least one of his favorites. I don't want to misquote them.
I really don't like the Micron.
Really? I don't mind it. It's lug nut. It's really
I watched Ruben's video about this, about he got Ratchet.
Yeah, that figure's a pun. That's the end of a joke to a lot of people.
And I don't know. I want to get them, but they're pricey.
Robot Kingdom isn't that. I think if you have a cart on Robot Kingdom, I think the shipping might be still around $10 for even two. So you could get. So you're just paying an upwards of 24 for Skywarp if you were to get him too, because I know you're interested in him, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
But Arms Micron, that for right now the only one I'm getting, unless I don't think any of them can really impress me. Megatron was a first edition mold. I did not get. So
I've been trying to find the excuse to get the Powerizer Optimus Prime, and
don't get the Arms Micron one. Don't do it. Get the fucking thing that's at Target right now.
wow.
I haven't heard too great things about that one. It looks better, but okay. So apparently the stickers on the Voyagers are going to be really stupid. You know how his foot on the American edition is all black? How it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's gray with a black sticker.
With a huge black sticker, and I don't know if you've ever fiddled with stickers, but they don't work well with corners.
No, they don't, do they?
Not at all. So just get a black Duramark Sharpie, paint marker, whatever is closest to you. Don't mess with that sticker. It's horrible.
I do like the Micron he comes with, though.
I do too. That is a good one. Even as a gun, it looks cool.
That's the one that looks like Shockwave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I really like. But I mean, man, it's still expensive.
Yeah, he's like what, 54, 45 or something like that.
59.
Is this on Whoops. Is this everywhere or just BBTS?
BBTS.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. These figures are cheaper on Robot Kingdom. And I'm really upset because when I was thinking about it for a really long time, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just put it off. But I finally went to order a deluxe Leadfoot, and it was out of stock on Robot Kingdom.
That's not good.
So I think deluxe Leadfoot for the time being has passed me over.
Yeah.
But speaking of the movie, the other figure I ordered from a fellow on TFW, his for sale thread just got updated and picked up an ROTF Voyager Megatron. I don't have that in hand yet, but
I gotta blow my nose.
oh, I heard you. I was just gonna ignore it. Hear that, guys? Talking about stool, and now he's blowing his nose. You make me sick.
I don't talk about stool. I talk about poopy. About duty. About duty. No, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is also a pretty much live review. See how annoying that is? Shit. I'm playing with my leader class figures, by the way, so guys, ignore it. Because I'm not going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, the ROTF Voyager Megatron is really good.
Really? I've heard, when I asked my buddy Seth about it, I asked him if he had it, and he was like, yeah, I got it, he's okay. And I asked him what kind of price he thought about it, and he didn't give me a straight answer, but I told him how much I'm paying for it, and he said don't do it, but I still
How
did
much
it.
did you pay for it?
$35 in the box.
That's worth it.
Okay. I'm gonna put him with my Battle Blade Optimus Prime Voyager.
That would be good.
So
that's the way I have mine displayed.
I like having my first movie Voyager Optimus Prime with my first movie leader, and so I'll be good having this one with my Voyager Megatron. A soon-to-be Voyager Megatron. It was a mold I was always interested in. I never
like it a lot. If only it was
Shut
bigger.
the fuck up.
Yeah,
What?
I wish they would have made that into the leader class.
Yeah. I wish
think
they would have made one thing I really wish they would have done is if they took the design for the Dark to the Moon Voyager Megatron and turned that into the leader version. Fuck.
Too soon, dude. Too soon.
They should have taken the
that
Dark of
wound
the
is
Moon
still
Voyager
open.
Megatron design and turned it into the Bumblebee. They should have implemented his design on Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And it would have made the figure so much better. We here at Primecast are
I
still
went to
mourning
Target
the...
today, and they had 11 Prime Bumblebees.
That's about...
3 Wheeljacks. No Cliff Jumpers, actually. 2 Ratchets. 2 Soundwaves.
Yeah, Soundwave has been seen a lot lately. I've seen a lot of Soundwave. I think
Which has me kind of hopeful because since that's a short packed figure and Viacom will be short packed.
Well, no, I don't think we're gonna be that lucky with Viacom, because people have already gotten their Soundwaves. They only need 1 Soundwave, at most 2. But
I have 2
Viacom,
Soundwaves.
everyone gotta have their 25, 50 fucking armies.
I gotta have 12 of them.
Yeah, like that one guy. No offense to that guy, but and anyone who's doing it,
Idiot.
I understand building an army, but come on.
I watched
Tell you what,
the-
if
I
you guys
watched,
can score me 2 of them, you can build your 30+ Viacom army.
I watched PL's review of him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a really simple transformation.
I know,
It's-
for such a
it's
really good robot
It's
mode.
really effective, though.
Yeah.
It works so well.
Speaking of transformation. Yeah, PL, we've talked about PL a lot in this episode, but PL also upload PL. He put up a review of Knockout too. Did you see it?
Yeah.
That figure's disappointing, but
It
I don't
still
know.
looks like shit.
Yeah, it's
I
disappointing.
want to like it a lot. Just because of the
I do too.
character. But
Yeah, it does look better than it did, and the lower half of the figure looks really good.
just that whole fucking chest, they fucked that up.
Well,
so
the thing is,
bad.
though, he pointed out what you can do with the chest and to make it look better. And honestly, I have not. It's so hard to say which one I want to do because that
It
if
looks
you have
better
them,
than
if you
what-
have them just pointed forward, you can have that middle panel out of the chest, and it makes it look a lot better.
Yeah.
Someone put up some Facebook pictorial review, and they did that, and it looked really good. But I don't know if that affects the head like he said it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, he looks like a figure that you need to pinpoint the way you want him displayed when you have him in hand.
I think I would have it with the headlights up at his shoulders.
Mm.
Like, the way it looks like it was supposed to be. But,
The way it was supposed to be.
but I don't know. Very disappointed.
It could be worse, but it could be
Could have
much.
been a hell of a lot worse, but I mean, it is very disappointed.
Anything else?
No, not right now, but I really want to talk about last week's episode of Prime.
Yeah, we're gonna at the end of the episodes we review the most recent episode of Prime. So, but we're gonna be doing that right now. So if you guys haven't seen the newest episode, we're spoiling it.
It was last week, so. Yeah, okay, so this episode is called Crossfire. Basically, it starts out with Arachnid confronting Megatron about something, and she kind of goes off and says, Your Highness, or she's basically pretending to be loyal. And Megatron, after she leaves, says, goes, such a fucking cool little scene, goes a sound wave and says, remind me of her loyalty, and she plays back to the scene where she says, perhaps we should consider a future without Megatron, which just shows like how much of a fucking loyal snark Soundwave can be.
But it's so awesome though. That episode. How old is that clip of her saying that? I think
mean,
it was
basically shows that Soundwave records everything. It can play back anything at will. And
didn't he hold that against Starscream in the opening 5-parter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he tried to kill. Yeah, he tried to kill Megatron in space, and here comes Laserbeak. And he's like, "Oh, just kidding. Never mind. Just fuck."
Yeah. So, the new character Dreadwing, yeah, he's awesome. Comes and is given a task by Megatron to take Breakdown.
Well, not specifically Breakdown, but
Breakdown and go on his little fake mission to assassinate Arachnid.
Which totally. I don't know. You don't watch The Walking Dead, do you?
No.
That totally reminded me of The Walking Dead. That's just something they do because this is also going to spoil The Walking Dead if you haven't seen the season finale for season 2. But what happens is, do you mind if I spoil it?
I don't care. I don't watch the show.
I don't know if you're interested. All right, but Shane, pretty much Shane is the loose cannon asshole of the show, and what he does. They're harboring this guy who was shooting at them at a bar because Rick Grimes, the male lead, had shot their friends because their friends pulled guns on them, and this kid had fallen and broke his leg or got stabbed in the leg something, and they took him back to camp to fix him because they didn't want him to die. But now they're like, should we kill him because he could go back and get his friends and bring them back or what? And after the death of one of their other teammates, Rick decides to just let him go, and Shane doesn't like that, so Shane takes him out into the woods, kills the kid, and to which he takes Rick out on his lonesome. Shane's also madly in love with Rick's wife and wants to raise his son Carl as his own son, so he takes Rick out to shoot him and kill him himself and pass off some bullshit story to the rest of the crew. But that whole thing just reminded me of that scenario so much. It was weird. And kind of the ending of it, too, because when Shane draws on Rick, Rick's trying to talk him out of it, and they gets a little closer, and Rick ends up having to take Shane down by himself with a knife. So that what we're about to talk about really reminded me.
Well, Arachnid just basically starts, like, taunting Breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, she's such a bitch.
And Dreadwing even tells Breakdown to not fall for it.
Yeah, and Breakdown just starts going fucking ape shit. It starts trying to, basically just get her out of anger. And
doesn't go in his favor.
No. Well, he basically gets her cornered, but then she actually set up a trap where he gets his arm stuck while about to swing a hammer, and Arachnid just fucking, like, goes crazy. It just like dissects him. So next thing you see, he's all in pieces, like and dead. And I guess that's the major character death they're talking about.
In season 2?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Breakdown never really did anything. Like, yeah, he was reoccurring, very cool Decepticon, but
By the
I don't
way,
think
his
that's.
voice actor is not one of the Baldwin brothers.
Yeah, I looked that up. That was something that someone else passed off to me as false information.
Yeah.
But uh, what was it? I don't think that's the main character death. I don't think so though. Maybe because it was really written
very
off.
surprised about it.
I was
Because
too. I wasn't expecting it.
I really liked the rivalry that he and Bulkhead had.
I did too. And then literally earlier that day, I told my friend Seth again, who I talked to a lot of time on Skype. It had occurred to me just out of nowhere. Hey, every single Autobot in the show and every single Decepticon have a rivalry. Optimus against Megatron, Arachnid versus RC, Knockout and Bumblebee, give or take, Cliffjumper and Starscream, Ratchet and who else? Who is Ratchet's? I forget. I forget Ratchet's. I think it was maybe Soundwave because of the because Ratchet's loyalty to Optimus and Soundwave's loyalty to Megatron. They kind of all each of their characters goes hand in hand with the opposing team. Was the point of it. And then Bulkhead's rival is murdered. And how that shot is played out literally in my head as it was going down, because you see Mech stumbles upon his remains.
Yeah.
And what you see is the flashlight kind of go over, and you see with his arm still attached to it, Breakdown's hammer webbed to the rock, and it goes down, and there's just wires, and it's not connected to anything. I'm like, oh, he lost his arm. They're gonna need to get that back. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like you see, and then you see like his leg, and then you see his shoulders, and then you see his body, and you're just like, damn it. And then it goes down, and it shows his head with the lights out. I thought that was pretty dark when they showed his just decapitated head.
Oh yeah. Then next on, further on in the episode, Arachnid, first you see Starscream trying to find some Energon.
Oh yeah.
And he stumbles on a Insecticon that's on Earth somehow, and he tries to make it follow his lead, and then Arachnid comes by and does some insect voodoo magic on it that's really creepy.
Remind me of Black Arachnia from Beast Wars and Animated.
Like, she's like looks into his eyes like, obey me, worship me, and then just like kind of bows down. And then it almost seemed like Arachnid and Starscream were going to team up, and then nope, Arachnid's an evil bitch and tries to have Starscream killed by the Insecticon.
Well, when she did that, what I had thought was going to happen, because she says, kill him, and then it just kind of backs him into the thing, and then you don't see it again. That scene that ends there, and I was like, oh, she's just gonna, have it, prove itself to her, and then call it off with Starscream. Well, then the next thing is they get another signal saying have information, something along the lines of have information, bring medical kit. Where Bulkhead and Ratchet realize, hey, that's Starscream again. What does he want again? And they go there, and he's laying there bleeding, and he's passing off a really badly acted line, and not by Steve Bloom himself, by Starscream, just in his character. I thought was gonna happen. Starscream was his point was, have the Insecticon wound him, wheel in Ratchet and Bulkhead, because they know that he's kind of the Autobot intelligence guy. Now, whenever he needs something, he'll call them in, tell them something they need to know, and so I thought that was actually a trap for Ratchet and Bulkhead, to where Arachne would have sicked her Insecticon upon them.
Well, and during that scene, they bring up a point like, why don't we just kill him now?
Mm-hmm.
And Optimus says, I cannot condone the determination of any defensive being, which, keep that in mind. He says this, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. So basically, they fix him up, and he gives information about Arachnid, and they go off to an Insecticon, and the Autobots go to find the Arachnid and the Insecticon. And by this time, Megatron gets wind of Breakdown's murder by Dreadwing, and
where he delivers a very like gruesome quote. Where he says, it's pretty obvious what happened to Breakdown, but how could you not bring back his remains? Like Megatron's like, yeah, Breakdown's dead. It sucks, but you know, I'm kind of interested to see if Knockout will have any reaction to it because they teamed up, but is it because they were just out alone in space, or is it because they were friends?
I'm sure there's some connection between them because they're both cars. So I don't know, but Megatron's fucking badass. So Megatron goes off to confront Arachnid, and like he does so like very fast. Even Arachnid's like, you don't waste any time. And he's about to like just fucking murder her. And then the Insecticon comes out of nowhere and just kind of sucker punches Megatron. And then Megatron gets up and says, I love this part.
For a second, I don't remember him saying very fucking anything.
He says, it's like, bow before me, Megatron, your leader. And then Insecticon starts charging him. And then he puts up his cannon and says, I said bow. Mm-hmm. I love that he's more concerned that it's not bowing in front of him more than
it's going to kill him.
Yeah, he's like, bow before me. And then, he gets pinned up against the wall. But then Megatron just kind of punches it, and it goes flying across the cannon. And it says, and Arachnid kind of looks at him and goes, you forget I honed my skills in the pits of Kaon.
I love that.
It's like the equivalent of saying, I'm from the streets, bitch. and then...
Well, I loved it because she interfered by pretty much webbing up his cannon.
Yep.
And he draws out his blade. And he replies with, that doesn't do anything. I can still kill you both. One-handed.
And they fight for a little bit. And the Insecticon actually wounds him pretty good. Mm-hmm. Flying him up in the air to like slash at his shoulder, leaking energon. But then eventually he rips off his head, his arms.
That was awesome. When he grabbed his two little arms, I was like, oh, I know exactly where this is going.
But by this time, the Autobots showed up and thought after all that it was a trick set up by Starscream to have all of his enemies killed at the same time. Mm-hmm. But they kind of gave Starscream too much credit there.
Yeah,
because he wasn't. But then he kills the Insecticon and says, "Let this be a warning to anyone that challenges a gladiator of Kaon."
Which was perfect.
And then the Autobots show up as like, the surprises never cease today. And then they're about to charge him, Optimus. Really fucking cool scene. But I guess he's leaking too much energon, and he gets real weak and falls to his knees. Mm-hmm. It looks at Optimus and says something along the lines of like, basically asking like, would mercy be too much to ask for?
Which I loved. Megatron just like,
Optimus is just kind of fucking staring at him.
He's really thinking.
Not saying anything. Realizing what he said earlier, saying, I cannot condone the termination of any defensive being. He's thinking about that in his head. He doesn't say anything, but you can see that that's on his mind. He's debating it. And then he just pulls out his gun and aims it at Megatron's head. And Megatron's expression is like, you're really going to fucking do this, aren't you? And then...
well, the thing is, though, about Megatron really isn't afraid to die.
He's not afraid.
And he's not really mad about it. He understands. He's like, hey, Optimus, I want to kill you, and I'm going to kill you. And you want to kill me, too. That's cool. That's just how things are. So he's not really like, no, don't kill me, please. He's just more of like, well, fuck. No.
Yeah, he's just like...
Son of a bitch.
And then Dreadwing and his, the Vehicons come in and kind of rescue him.
I really like how Dreadwing actually has a high status to Megatron.
Yeah.
I like
I like the line he says, like, Dreadwing, you disobeyed a direct command. You would make a great first lieutenant.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I
And then Megatron, here comes Dreadwing and his 100 or so Viacons, and Bulkhead and Bumblebee are there as well, and RC's somewhere. Yeah, RC's looking for Arachnid.
oh yeah.
Those two went off and did their own thing for a while, and so Bumblebee and Bulkhead are standing there with their guns drawn. They have Bulkhead has his guns to Megatron, I think, and here comes Dreadwing, and he says, "All right, we're if you give up Megatron, we'll let you live. So give or take." Optimus lowers his weapon and says, "Okay, fine." The Viacons let Bumblebee and Bulkhead go to Optimus. Uh, Skyquake. Dreadwing helps up Megatron, and Megatron gives the line, something about your deal was with Dreadwing, but not with me. Tells the Viacons to kill them, and Megatron transforms and flies away, and Dreadwing follows, which was very cool. I loved that line of your deal was with Dreadwing, not me. Kill them.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That kind of shows. I really like it when Decepticons kind of show a hint of loyalty, not loyalty, and not even honor really, but more of like, I don't know. They're not just stupid evil of please don't kill me, but I'm gonna kill the fuck out of you kind of deal. It's more of this respective thing, which is really cool. I think it plays into more character than anything. But
And
yeah, that
and
whole
at the
scene.
very end, Arachnid hears something. It discovers a cave
Hmm.
where there's thousands and thousands of Insecticons.
Yeah, Insecticon eggs. Ooh, ooh. When RC finally finds Arachnid,
Yeah.
um, RC kind of she falls. Yeah, she falls into a trap, and she ends up strung up upside down outside. And Arachnid draws her claws and is ready to cut off RC's head. And I forget exactly what happened. Um, yeah, that's what happened. She's about to do it, and then out of nowhere, something just hits Arachnid, and there's an explosion in the background. And I thought Arachnid just fucking died and exploded. I thought she was dead.
Yeah.
And he hears Starscream, and he says something about revenge is sweet. Uh, and he shoots her again, and then Arachnid goes away, and then he kind of raises his hand to kill RC, but he ends up cutting her down, and some line about we're even, or I don't remember. But yeah, that's how that episode went.
Yeah, it's been one of my favorite episodes.
Really enjoyable and really good.
Mainly is how, even though Megatron is the leader of the Decepticons, he basically like went down to his roots of being a gladiator and just really showed his skills of basically fighting a giant ass fucking monster.
Megatron is a badass.
Yeah, but he could still be have his ass kicked by Optimus too.
Oh, one Bulkhead's lines really made me giggle was when he's trying to reason with Dreadwing and Optimus was thinking about it. Or Bulkhead says, "Don't listen to him. He's a con. Con's a lion. Kick Buckethead's bucket." I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he just kind of screams it and points his guns at Dreadwing and says, "Kick Buckethead's bucket."
Huh. Tomorrow's episode, but today, if you're listening, will be really interesting.
Nemesis Prime.
Can't wait. Really looking forward to that episode.
Did you see the clip of it? The like minute or so long clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
About when RC gets blindsided.
Which was hilarious. Her line of when Ratchet's like, "Yeah, follow the light," and she's like, "Whoa,
What? Oh.
oh,
Have
better
bad
choose a
words.
better choice of words, Ratchet."
So anyway, We did see some new prototype, well, not really prototype, but new Prime toy images.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a colored picture of the Voyager class Dreadwing.
And more pictures of Starscream.
Yeah, and
Nope.
Bulkhead.
Yeah, Bulkhead, best Prid toy.
Yeah, fuck those two. Dreadwing looks awesome.
Dreadwing looks like Dreadwing so far looks like one of my favorite Prid toys.
It does look like we are going to get Dreadwing before Skyquake, even though we saw the prototype for him first.
Yeah, they said that we were, but I think it's still a possibility that we'll get Skyquake. I don't know. I see Hasbro just kind of.
It wouldn't matter to me if we got Skyquake or not because I like the character Dreadwing a lot more. I like the colors a little bit better.
But we have no Prime Decepticons, and this isn't a Decepticon that's in the show. One episode, yeah, but
True. But yeah, if they made a Skyquake, I'd definitely get it. But if they don't, it wouldn't bother me that much.
if we don't get one, I'll easily just pick up a Dreadwing and paint it.
I would not be bothered to do so. We also saw first pictures of Arachnid. I I don't know what to think about it.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks weird.
Hmm.
You don't like it?
I don't know.
I can't even see what her head looks like.
I think it's just I don't know. I think it's a matter of really awkwardness. Um she I don't know, she looks like she has a huge backpack.
I really want to see some better pictures of this, because the picture we saw was taken with what looks like a cell phone on from a
Magazine.
a catalog scan, so it's
Mhm.
not the most to the high qualities of pictures, but you get a general idea of what it looks like. But based upon this, it looks pretty shitty.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks okay. I just don't really care.
I want to see some better pictures.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to see more of this figure.
And in that same little thing, there's a dead end.
Yeah, the repainted Wheeljack.
Looks horrible.
Yeah, I'm like it's whatever. It's a color scheme that you have to like those colors to like it, but I don't really care about it. I'm not getting it.
And another repaint of the revealer Bumblebee as Shadow Strike Bumblebee.
That I looked at that figure and for a second I thought it was the first edition mold. That figure looks really modded. Did you see the picture of it?
I kind of glanced at it. But
It looks very modded and it looks like it has a movie style head, even though I don't think it does. I don't think either of those things work. But or
Let me
it.
take a look here real quick. If my internet will go, there it is. I can see where it looks kind of movie-esque, but I'm pretty sure it's just the same head.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that in that image, you have a Hotshot and Shadow Strike Bumblebee right next to each other.
Yeah, that didn't really make it go any better at all.
Wait, hey, you can buy this figure or you can buy this one. They're both exactly the same.
Yeah.
And one that really got me really excited is the Cyberverse Ultra Magnus.
I like Dreadwing more.
Oh yeah, as a figure as a whole, I like Dreadwing, but I mean,
Ultra Magnus looks really good. Ultra Magnus is
for a
a
Cyberverse figure,
yeah. If that's a Cyberverse figure I would get.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. But they have to make a bigger figure of this. I mean, I cannot see. I mean, especially since it's a new mold, this has to be a character that's in the show. Eventually, anyway.
I hope so.
because they're probably if they how we thought Ironhide was just going to be a Cyberverse figure, but now he's getting a deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Ultra Magnus is a Cyberverse only character, that would be weird.
It would be weird, but it's not the first time it's happened.
But I really would want this figure. Looks very G1 esque, but
Mm-hmm.
with an animated twist, especially with that hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really liking it. I want a Voyager class figure of this character. I must have it now.
Gimme.
I want it done yesterday. Stat.
I really do want one as well. I'm not disagreeing. It's
You are
just
disagreeing. You're being a pussy.
not even being a pussy. I'm being a pessimist.
You're being a
Uh,
pussy.
pessimist. Um,
Pussimus Prime.
it's not. It's not a. I think this thing has a lot more probability of being made more than anything else because Hasbro is milking the shit out of Autobots.
Yeah.
So they're probably just looking for excuses to make them. So
But
hopefully we'll see a bigger version of this. I won't cry if we won't, but
I'll cry a little bit.
I'll be
But
happy
yeah,
if we should or if we do.
I want it. What next?
I don't know what next. Come on, host. Thought you
Uh,
were the host.
new trademarks. Yay.
Yeah,
Uh, that's not news really. It's
that's
happened.
news.
Not really.
What do you think about it?
Was there?
What do you think it's gonna be used for?
I don't know.
Well,
It just means that they're reserving the names. That doesn't mean that they're using it.
normally it does. They don't really reserve names unless, except for givens. But yeah, they don't really reserve names. Um, a lot because Transformers have kind of generic names at times, so they kind of let them go depending on the character. But yeah, we got some really weird trademark listings: Omega Sentinel, Sparkplug, and Scorponok.
Yeah, well, Omega Sentinel. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I find even Sparkplug and Scorponok interesting. If we were to get a Prime Scorponok, like, blech, that'd be awesome.
Like, what kind of Scorponok? Like a
Um,
Headmaster style Scorponok, Beast Wars style Scorponok, or movie Scorponok?
Probably Headmasters, but a little bit different. Maybe it'd probably along the lines of Arachnid type deal, but just with Scorponok.
But
But Sparkplug, I don't. Sparkplug sounds like it'd be a human character because that's what Spike's dad
probably.
name was, and then he was only a minicon in Armada, so Sparkplug's interesting. I don't see him being a full-fledged character or a toy, but
Yeah,
and then
probably.
Omega Sentinel, I have no idea what that could be. Um I think that's a weird character to bring into media, but then again, that's a strange toy to make. So that one's really interesting.
Well, it'll probably be a few years till we'll see anything of that anyway.
Well, Arachnid, yeah,
Because
when did I remember? Yeah, we saw Arachnid's trademark.
we heard that was trademarked at least 3 or 4 years ago.
That was no, that was about 2.5, 3 years ago.
I just said 3 years ago.
You said three or four. Four.
Yeah. So, yeah, but
It
I still
was,
said
yeah, I
three.
think it was. I want to say it was about a year before Dark of the Moon came out.
Back did.
But
I can't find anything.
here I get.
Let's wait with the first
Here,
news.
I'll find it. Arachnid copyright. Um, hold on a second. Hold on. Um, the news came out, or there's some copyright. It was 2011. It was sometime in 2010. I think it was in summer of 2010.
All right.
That's what this is kind of showing. It's showing the end of 2010, so where it started coming up. So yeah, around 2010.
Huh. Oh well. It's been a while anyway. It's been a.
Yep.
So well. Speaking of Arachna, do you think she'll actually have two robot modes like her in the show where it has like a spider robot mode and then a regular one?
Toy? No, it doesn't look like it.
It'd
I
be
don't think
sad
so.
if it does. Doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say that'd be kind of good if it did.
Yeah. I'm getting sick. I can't think straight. Thinking crooked.
Um,
Did we get any emails?
we did. Are we done with news?
Um, do you really want to talk about banning fan art for BotCon?
Yeah, I do, because it pissed me off.
I have no. That'll be your little segment because it doesn't affect me one way or another.
Doesn't affect me either. It's principle.
Nor
See,
do
we
I-
are covered Transformers news, not Transformers news that just has to do with us. Because maybe someone's out there like, oh, I wonder what they're thinking about this. We should let them know what we're thinking about this. Anyway, what happened was, BotCon, there was, with the whole third party ban, um, for BotCon 2012, people were worried about fan art and what would happen to that, because there are a lot of artists at BotCon 2012 who are just fan artists who take Hasbro's license, Hasbro's licensed characters and draw them in their own fun fashion. And there are some really good ones out there, and there are some creative ones, and there's, bad ones, give or take, whatever you think is bad art, but it's out there, and a lot of people get some money off of it for commissions, and a lot of those come in through BotCon itself. Well, Hasbro kind of got on their high horse, and after banning the third party, everyone was like, "Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen to fan art," and people kind of dismissed it after a while. But Hasbro dropped the hammer and banned the selling, or even, I think, even distribution of any sort of way for fan art at BotCon 2012. And this upset a lot of people. People were already expecting it, so the backlash was not that bad, but people were definitely displeased. And I think a lot of people actually had forfeited their booths at BotCon, which really is kind of weird going into the next part of this, because I guess Hasbro has uh, reneged on their statement and decided not to fully pull fan art. So fan art will now be available again at BotCon 2012. The problem with this is, if there are people who were booked in Artist Alley for BotCon and then canceled their table or forfeited it, it's probably gone now. So now they're kind of fucked. So I don't really understand anyone at Hasbro. Like, I think third party products and fan art are two completely different things.
Right.
Yes, Hasbro can do what they will and has the right to do what they will with their copyright and their license. The problem is just being
Fan art
asked.
is not copyright infringement.
Yeah, you're getting profit off of it, but you're not claiming it as your own.
Yeah.
It isn't. I forget what it is. It's free rights on. It's like making your own content for music on YouTube, but not claiming the music. You're claiming the. It's like gameplay footage. It's creative, something or other, creative usage, not stealing. So they have the right to do that. They can do that, but I think they kind of read in between the lines a little bit, and kind of figured, okay, this might not be the best thing to do, which is good. Fan art, I don't think they should ban fan art. There's a lot of people out there like Derek J. Wyatt. The art director for Transformers Animated, he was gonna be screwed, and he did something for the brand, something huge. I'm looking at a lot of figures who he designed the character model for. And having him on Twitter and having him so social with the fandom is really cool to own toys of characters of the characters that he designed. He didn't design the toy, but he designed that character. And to kind of have this blocked out for everyone really sucked. So I'm really more concerned if there was anyone out there who forfeited their table because of this, and then lo and behold, they reneged on their choice. Which yes, it's Hasbro. They can do what they want. It's just a matter of, dick move.
Definitely a dick move.
Dick move. Even reneging on it. Yeah, it's really good you did that. It's just a fact of you shouldn't have ever done it because someone probably just lost a month and a half worth of income from a weekend due to you guys doing that. And I draw and I put stuff up on DeviantArt, get feedback and stuff, and I look at a lot of people's fan art, and I can only imagine what someone would feel like if that happened. To be told, hey, you're not allowed to do that here, and then they kind of be like, okay, and then stop. Yeah. I don't know. I really didn't like it at all. I didn't like the choice, and I don't know. Really, really sucks for anyone who was afflicted by that super hardcore.
I was.
No, you weren't. Shut up. Go home.
I am home.
Go the fuck upstairs.
Yeah, well, in a little bit.
Okay. Right after we're done, you better go straight upstairs.
Okay.
No, no, no. Hold on a second. No, in 20 minutes. No.
Hold on a second.
Straight upstairs. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on. Said hold on.
No. You're not my mom.
I didn't say you're my mom. Mom.
You're not my real dad.
Yeah, I am.
Plot twist. Yeah, we got questions. We got a couple of them.
Well, shoot that shit.
Hold on a second. How many did we get? Okay. Did we cover? We didn't do this. We have this question. I'll read his name off. So I'll give you a second to think about that. And then the other one doesn't really warrant you reading. It's just a yes or no. All right, but the first question, let me get it. The first question comes from Austin Madshell23. I'm pretty sure we've read questions from him before.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds very familiar. So thanks. Keep sending them in. I don't mind you sending in. We don't mind you sending in more than one question. It's just if you're going to send something in, just don't send us something for shout outs. If you have an actual question, we'll be sure to give you a shout out. So thank you, Madshell23 on YouTube. He has a couple questions.
What's YouTube?
YouTube is that social networking viral video website started in 2005. The question is, what do you think the result would be if you two were to perform fusion dance?
Well, we can't.
We would make TJ Omega.
We can't do it because how tall are you?
5'8".
I'm 6'1", and I'm definitely a lot bigger than you. It would be physically impossible for us to do fusion dance because they have to be similar height and body.
Doesn't Vegeta and Goku do the fusion dance?
Yeah.
But Goku's like 8 inches taller than Vegeta.
Well, that's an exception.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How?
Because Vegeta's close. He gets close to.
Well, near the end, after they've done fusion dance.
Well, plus that's not really canon either.
Oh, that's something else I got this week. I forgot.
Because they only did the fusion dance in one of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and at the end of Dragon Ball GT, both without the assistance of Akira Toriyama.
Well, GT sucked,
Yeah.
and the movie just doesn't count.
Yeah, so they didn't do the fusion dance in reality.
Yeah, they did.
They used the
Yeah,
the the earrings to fuse.
No.
So we cannot do the fusion dance.
Me and my friend, for conventions and stuff, he dressed up as me and my friends, me and my group of friends here, where I live, we cosplay and stuff for anime conventions, and as a pair of the Akatsuki from Naruto, he's Kakuzu, and I cosplay Hidan, and as a little gimmick at the shows, we've done the fusion dance as those two characters. Not really done it like dressed up as a fusion character, but just done the dance.
I still had the dance memorized.
I can't fully memorize that. I can't remember the second step where like you go, you step out,
You swing your arms from
yeah,
in to
and then
in,
when you
and
go in and then you twist your leg out is what I
you
don't remember
snap your
normally.
arms back out while keeping your shoulders in place, and that's when you kick your outside leg with your knee inward. Then you use that same leg that's up with your knee in and thrust that to the ground and put your hands inward.
But we can't do that.
No, we can't. I'm too tall.
I mean, we could do that.
It'll
But,
just be a really fucked up fusion.
yeah, I mean, we won't really turn into
It'd
anything.
be
We'll just
half
kind of,
retarded. It just lay there.
and it would hate half of everything and hate and love half of everything because me and Jesse have two um different scales of what we find cool.
You'd find something be like, I hate this. I must have it forever.
I hate it. Take my money.
What's the most amount of money you spent on one figure?
Hmm.
Well,
I
this actually
own
kind of
figures.
relates, but to what I was telling you earlier.
Brave Maximus.
Yeah, that's stupid. I forget how much I spent. I think it was about $600. I spent on Brave Max, but I don't have him anymore. I sold him for probably not, I don't think it was even close to that, and I wish I never would have because I really miss it. I miss it a lot.
Damn. Damn.
But I'm going to try to get another one soon. Soonish.
Couple years.
What about you?
I own figures that cost a lot of money, but I've never. I didn't buy them. Well, they were gifts. Like I own uh Revenge of the Fallen Devastator, which was $100, but that was a Christmas gift, so I didn't really spend that. But then this doesn't even really pertain to Transformer. It's just for figure. Um, but this is a really good question. I don't own any Hot Toys or anything special.
Oh, I
But
really want to get that 1989 Hot Toys Batman.
yeah, it looks cool. Looks really. I Michael Keaton was a really good Batman, so I wouldn't mind owning that either. It's just not a top priority.
I'm not going
But
to get
anyways,
it, but I'd like it a lot.
um, out of pocket, I know I've spent at least $60 on a Transformer. I mean, I spent at the same time 120 for two figures for Masterpiece Rodimus and Amazon Unicron. So I don't know if that counts, but I get I don't know. I get lucky with things. So I don't really or I have good patience. So I don't really know. Like I have Ultimate Prime, but I only had to spend $10 on it.
The Dark
Uh
and Moon one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um Leaders are only $40, so that's not really that expensive. Yeah, I don't really know. I'd have to say maybe 60.
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot at all. I don't know. I'm picky with
You're
things I spend my
cheap.
money on.
That's
Not
what you
cheap.
are.
I just
You're cheap.
I know how to prioritize myself.
Do you?
I spent a lot of money on other things that aren't figures. But
What's the next part? Can either of you say this tongue twister? Can you imagine an imaginary main? What is that word?
just try it. Try the tongue twister. Yeah, I couldn't figure out the word either. Just kind of roll with it.
Can you imagine a imaginary manager managing an imaginary managery?
What does this thing say? Can you imagine an imaginary manager imagining fuck?
Can you imagine an imaginary manager? Can you imagine a imaginary managery? What?
Can you imagine an imaginary manager managing an imaginary managering? There, I got it. Bam. In your face, Matt Shell 23. But I probably pronounced the word wrong, so I technically didn't. And now, fuck.
Fuck.
Next time, throw in the romanization so we can pronounce that word.
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't even know how to pronounce it, so.
I don't even know if that's English.
It could be
Close.
just a made-up word. How dare you send us fake words?
Fake word.
It's only fake because we don't know what it is. We're afraid of what we don't understand.
It's not real.
It's not.
It's not. Nope. He cheated.
Cheater! Sally tells seashells down by the seashore.
Duh.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? A woodchuck could chuck wood. Jesse!
What?
Woodchucks.
I don't eat woodchucks.
But fuck, never mind. Chuck doesn't eat wood. Ah! Oh.
So I talked about that Total Recall movie.
Yep.
Last week, the trailer actually finally came out for it last Friday. I think it was.
Yep.
Was it last Friday? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
It looks horrible.
Yeah, you already talked about this.
Just see the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Did you see? Wait, did you see the new one?
The trailer?
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
No, it's not out yet.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't fucking know about this shit. We have another question.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't say from who. Someone by the name of Angel, either Angel or Angle, and it asks, "Do you guys like Skrillex?"
The fuck's a Skrillex?
Do you know what Skrillex is?
No.
He is a his name is Sonny Moore. He is a dubstep / techno rock DJ in the music industry.
No, I don't like him.
Have you ever heard any of his music?
Nope.
I don't dislike him. I've downloaded some of his music. I have some of it on my MP3 player. So yeah, I guess you could say I like Skrillex. I'm not gaga over Skrillex. So, I mean, he's not the best dubstep or techno artist whatsoever. He's good. But yeah, I like him. I don't, like I said, I'm not crazy, but
Never even heard of him. So, I can't say.
you don't even know what the fuck a Skrillex is. I don't know what a Skrillex is. I just know it's Sonny Moore.
That made me sound old.
The fuck's a Skrillex?
Like this one person, when I was in college, like someone, this black girl said, "What's a Nickelback?" Like, oh, you're so black.
Wow.
Oh boy.
There was something. Yeah, one of my friends. I have this really he's not even really a friend. He's more of an acquaintance. Can't give him more credit than that. But he's a guy I know here, an acquaintance that I know here in town.
That's
And he, huh?
That's an acquaintance
That's an acquaintance
that
still
you know in town.
that I know in town.
That's not
I
your
just kind of
friend.
form a mental picture here. Acquaintance that I know personally.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance, not friend, not buddy, not pal.
From
Acquaintance.
where? Where does he live?
He lives in my town.
Where in your town?
My town.
Which is
The 15th largest city in the United States.
Los Angeles,
No, that's like number 3.
Hawaii,
That's a state.
Hong Kong.
Yep. So he lives in
Okay.
Hong Kong here, in Hong Kong, because I'd toast live in Hong Kong.
So he's not your buddy.
Nope. Not my pal, not my buddy, not my best friend.
Is he
Just
your sister?
no, he's an uncle.
He's your uncle.
Uncle.
But he's not your. But he's your uncle, but he's not your best friend.
No, he's my uncle buddy, but he's not my buddy.
So
See?
is your uncle buddy?
Uncle buddy.
Uncle buddy?
Uncle.
Uncle buddy?
Uncle.
Uncle buddy?
He's my sister.
So he is your sister.
Yes.
So she's your fuck buddy.
Yes. But no. And then there's an uncle in there, but then he's my best friend.
He's your uncle's sister?
Uncle buddy, best friend, sister.
Uncle buddy's sister?
Yep. So anyway, he was on Facebook,
So hold on.
and I just want to tell the fucking story. We're gonna run this joke out.
Alright, go on.
He's on, and he's really
Who is?
this.
Who's on Facebook?
I was expecting what's Facebook. This guy I know.
How do you know him?
Stop questioning me like a woman. Okay, we done? Gotta tell him a story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I can. Never mind. So he's on
Go on.
Facebook.
Oh, I thought it was a she.
You were planning that.
Alright, really, go on.
He's on Facebook, and
This time you can go on.
he's really nerdy, and
So I thought you said you didn't know him, but you know he's a nerd.
he's really nerdy, and he's not the good type of nerdy. And I don't want to say that there's a good type to express your fandom, but he doesn't do it right. He's that fanboy anime guy who watches the girl type of animes, and he acts like he's so cool because he knows everything that there is to know about, like, say, Hitalia Axis powers.
So he's basically going to be like one of those guys that grows up to stalk his next door neighbor and get the cops called on him.
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of vibe. He's really creepy, and he makes a lot of gay jokes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just a fact of he's weird with it, and I, I don't know. I hate to judge someone, but it was really funny because of what happened. He was on Facebook, and out of nowhere, he's just like, "So I'm at work, right?" And he's my age, and he's talking about how he's at work, and he's like, and he works at Jersey Mike's, and he wears his uniform to school to kind of like look cool.
Oh my god.
He's one of those guys.
I know those people.
Those guys.
Uh,
I hated wearing my Toys R Us uniform when I worked at Toys R Us. So,
I
and
used
even
to be
I,
the same way. Like if anytime when I would get home from work, I automatically had to change out of it. Even if I was just sitting around, I could not stand being in work clothes outside of
like
work.
sometimes at Toys R Us, it was just a red polo and just normal black pants. So it's not that bad. It's just I don't like how I look in this. Though I tweaked
Red
my
polo
Toys R Us. Huh? What?
You lift me up.
Before you go, leave me hanging on.
Red
like
polo
it.
shirt. Red solo cup.
Oh, I heard that song last night at the bowling alley.
I love that song. I'm not a fan of country.
But
My wife is, but I fucking love that song.
Red Solo Cup.
I've seen you blue and I've seen you in yellow, but only you red will do for this fellow.
Fill you up.
Red solo cup.
Let's have
You're
a
You're not
party.
just a cup. You're
Have
a
party.
friend. Alright, so anyway. What does he
He
say?
he was like, "Oh, I'm at work," but
Is he a
the
friend? Like a
um
red solo cup?
he's talking on Facebook on this
I'm
status,
drinking
and
from a red solo cup.
he
I'm actually drinking Mountain Dew from a red solo cup, actually.
small time. Shut the hell up.
But I have a 2-liter Mountain Dew sitting next to me, and I'm pouring it into the red solo cup.
Is it a solo cup or is it a Dixie cup? Is it a
Actually,
solo cup that isn't by Solo?
I'm pretty sure it's solo.
Pretty sure. Check. Go upstairs and check while I tell the story.
All right, hold on.
You didn't really go, did you? You didn't really go, did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? I think you did. So this guy's on Facebook and he posts a status about he posts a status about Nickelback and something about how WNCI, which is a popular radio station here, how they're giving away free tickets for their concert on April 20 something or other. And he was like, "Oh, I really wanted to I wanted to be like the I think like 12th caller or no 25th caller and to get the tickets, but I couldn't." I and he also confessed something about work on here you don't want to do on Facebook, but to which he said I was listening to the radio because they were playing it at work, and when they said they were taking the calls now for the tickets, I told my boss I had to go to the bathroom really bad. So I ran out of the store and called and I got the tickets. So now I'm gonna be seeing Nickelback. Okay, Nickelback isn't that cool, okay?
Nickelback sucks. I hate them.
Yeah, if you really listen to their music, like if you're just casually listening to it, it's fine. But if you listen to what they're saying,
It's not
like I think it was their newest album. They're like newest 2 or 3 albums. Listen to what the fuck they say, and he sounds retarded. Anyway, and someone there's this meme apparently of this really nerdy kid in his high school picture, and
faith healing.
huh?
Is he faith healing?
I don't know. And the meme was gets tickets to free concert, and under it says Nickelback, and they tagged him in it, and it made me laugh really hard because it's this really nerdy kid, and it's the same exact thing, but I don't know. Just the whole story was about how first of all, he's that guy who's all, I'm 16 and have a job, and I'm better than you because I know more about this anime. He's that guy that's like, I like this anime because no one likes because no one. This anime is so cool because no one likes it. Okay, people get mad because Naruto's so popular. You know why Naruto's so popular? Because it was good when it kicked off. It was really good when it kicked
Keyword was.
I talked about that recently too. Naruto, yeah, has lost the feeling it originally had, but it's still enjoyable. And I actually yesterday I bought the brand new Naruto game. So if you have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations,
The name of the game is exhausting to say.
I went into the store and asked them if they had the new Naruto game, and he's like, "Which one?" And I had to say it, and he was like, "Oh, okay." I was just I don't like saying the whole thing.
It's what is it?
Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations.
It's longer than that. It's like Naruto Shippuden.
Well, let me get the case. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just called Naruto, but yeah, Shippuden isn't even really. It's real, but it's actually, yeah, it does say that on the case. So yeah, it is called Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. It's a sentence. I just call it Naruto Generations because it's both arcs or both stories.
I don't know what that means.
What do you mean?
I don't care. I don't know.
The original Naruto focused on him when he was, I think, 12 to 13 or 14, and this one is 3 years after that, the Shippuden arc. But the thing is, though, the Naruto mangas are just Naruto, but
kind of like how the Dragon Ball Z manga is all Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, it has a Z in the thing, but it's not
in the original manga.
No, yeah, it's not called Dragon Ball Z, but there's this little emblem that they have in the very originals, in the actual books.
Nope. It's
Well, I
called
remember
Dragon Ball. And the books, yeah, that were translated into in US, yeah, they called Dragon Ball Z.
No, they didn't call it that. It was in the I think in the back of it, behind the Dragon Ball.
Are you talking about like the books that you get at Shonen Jump?
No, the actual manga volume.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, anyway, they don't call them Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it has
all all the Dragon Ball manga was all just called Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and all the Naruto is just called Naruto.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
that was a very productive conversation.
actually, have you ever played the Dragon Ball games?
I stopped at Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, that one wasn't really good.
I
But
like that one.
I didn't really like it.
That's one of my favorites. I
Um,
had Budokai 1 through 3. I played Budokai Tenkaichi, but that one I didn't like, and I played some of the second one, and then 3, I really love that one. I think I played a demo of one that was for PS3. I can't remember which one. Raging Blast, I think.
that's the I think second newest one.
There's been so many that
I
come
think
out.
there's 2 or 3 within the past 2 years.
Oh,
But yeah, I got Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. It's an okay game, but it's really I can't say annoying. It's a fighting game. If you like fighting games, this is a fighting game. Totally.
I've heard that it's really generic unless you're really into Naruto.
It is. That is exactly what. Even okay, so they have original animation, and that's really cool. But some of it's really dry. But
Yeah.
if you know, one game I even have to recommend to you, Jesse, because you like Dragon Ball, and if how Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, that game is very, very good. Because you actually play through story. And where you have to get to certain parts in the map, it like you have to walk there. Like you have to run through it. You get there quickly within a couple minutes, but you actually have to get there. And it has really good 3D like running and camera pans, and it's really cool. It really utilizes HGTV, and the story is really good. Like during during Sasuke's arc with Itachi and during Naruto's with Pain after this is a spoiler, the death of Jiraiya, it's really like you're it's really like you're
I don't
watching.
know who that is.
He's
but
the
they
pervy
died.
sage.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Oh my
he that was really not impactful as much as reading or watching it. But yeah, this game, what you do is all you do is fight. It has little the game is narrated for one by the third Hokage, which the third Hokage died in the fourth season of the original series, which is very like not soon, but relatively early on from the game. The game is even set in Shippuden, so he's dead long before that even happens. And so I don't know why they didn't have the game narrated by like the fourth Hokage, someone who's been dead the entire 16 years the series has been around, because that would make a lot more sense. And the when he's narrating the story, he doesn't say like Naruto. He says like, and Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha fought valiantly. Like it is really generic. Only a few things really speak to the game, but all it is you go through that stuff and then magically you're fighting. You go through a couple more clicks and you're fighting. Couple more clicks and you're fighting. Fighting. And it is pretty cool. What you do is you don't go through the entire story, you go through someone's story. You go through someone else's story. So you play young Naruto's story, Naruto's story, Sasuke's story, Killer Bee's story, Minato's story, Pain's story. You go through those, not just the whole, game like you do with the other ones. So it is different, but it's an engine that can be really, really convoluted and really kind of really generic. I enjoy it, but yeah, the second one was definitely better. I recommend you get the second one, or at least look at it. I really enjoyed it.
I may think about getting it.
Do it. I don't know how expensive it is. Get it on sale because I don't want you to be all, this game sucks. It's a really fun game.
I may get around to it. When I say
Good.
get around to it, may like take a couple months.
That's fine. I don't want you to just completely dismiss Naruto. No, it's not great at all.
Are you trying to convert me into a Naruto fan?
No,
Yeah.
because I understand why people aren't Naruto fans, but I'm really interested to hear why people don't like it. If someone gives me a real reason, I don't defend Naruto, only if you say it's the worst anime ever. And I had a lot of people laugh on Facebook because I made a meme. Have you seen that Willy Wonka meme?
No.
Well, he's become a meme now, and it's like, oh, you like this? Please tell me, dude. And I made one that said, oh, you hate Naruto? Please tell me more about how you love Dragon Ball Z and Homestuck. Homestuck is by far the worst fucking thing I've ever seen, and everyone loves it, but it's horrible, and all of its fans are assholes.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't even either. I've only looked at a couple things of it. It looks retarded, and whenever I go to conventions, there's tons of cosplayers. If you like Homestuck, fine. But literally everyone I've encountered personally in person who like Homestuck or at a convention, they are assholes. So if you like it and you're not an asshole,
newest episode of South Park
no,
where it's that whole episode is about memeing,
no.
and like there's one called Faith Healing, where you just make fake nipples out of your T-shirt, and there's this one can't remember who it is, but it's basically when you just drag your butt on the carpet.
It's weird.
I forget who that is.
That's kind of like what Homestuck is, dragging your ass on the carpet and then recording it. That's what Homestuck is. I'm sorry, I just don't like Homestuck. I think it's mainly from the fandom. I don't like one thing that really killed the show Death Note for me, or not the show, just the property of Death Note for me was the fans. And the fans for Death Note weren't bad at all. It's just they were way too overhyped for it. It was all over the place, and they weren't really bad about it. It was just all in your face.
On your face.
And the problem with Naruto is, some of the fans are so blind as to, they really don't look into the actual not meaning of Naruto, but, the story, the meaning behind it, in the story of the characters. They're just like, oh, bro, Hinata and Sakura gonna fuck, that kind of deal. I will say that Naruto has some ignorant fans.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, Naruto has some really ignorant fans, so, which sucks. I don't know, and no one really takes Naruto seriously because, especially now in America, because it's shown on Disney XD. Oh, they butchering that show. You can't say the words kill, die, death, blood, or...
They butchered Dragon Ball Z, too.
I didn't mind Dragon Ball Z because at least they still had blood and they said kill and die.
No, but, recently they butchered it way more.
Oh, no, that was 4Kids for the Saturday morning.
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah, that they did that. The Nickelodeon version wasn't that bad. Nickelodeon is okay because they have Avatar and stuff, and I guess the new Legend of Korra show is very violent.
What's Legend of Korra?
Legend of Korra is the tale of the next Avatar.
Oh, is that out?
It's coming out very soon.
I liked Avatar.
I did too.
I, however, hated the movie.
Yeah,
The Last
everyone did.
Airbender. That movie sucks. Yep. It was laughable. Very laughable, actually.
Yep. Like Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh God. I wish
They're coming out with apparently a Bleach movie too. A Bleach movie, and Death Note already has 3 movies in Japan, and apparently Warner Brothers feels the need to make another one.
Speaking about other movies, you mentioned, I think it was either last episode or episode before, we're talking about Halloween 3D.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Bay's company just bought out the rights.
God damn it.
And they're going to make another remake of Halloween. So they're going to start all over.
There's going to be so many fucking explosions.
And they're doing a remake of Child's Play too.
Michael Bay?
Yeah. Michael Bay's company. It's going to be called Revenge of Chucky. No joke.
Where'd you hear this? Show me.
Okay, hold on.
Wait. That means it's a sequel.
It's a sequel / reboot, kind of. It's weird.
Is it... The only thing I think they could do is just have Chucky come back, kill Tiffany, and be like, all right, I'm going to go find Andy Barkley now that he's like 45 years old. Not really. He's like probably 30 now.
Maybe Let me see if I can find.
He was like 7 in 1988. I failed math, so I don't fucking know how old he is. But that sucks. How do you? I don't understand how you buy the rights to Child's Play. The people who made the original were still working on it, unless they gave up. I'm going to IMDb to see if there's anything on that. I mean, yeah, they might not have, you know,
I mean,
much of
this is brand new information.
like past week.
Yeah.
Fuck. Let me see. I'm looking it up and I don't find. I'm not seeing anything on
All
it.
right. Let me find a. Talk about something, and then I'll.
Well, I don't know
I'll
if you
find
guys
it.
heard that a minute ago, but that was literally me hitting the wall to Michael Bay buying out Chucky, the Child's Play rights, because I really, really enjoyed Child's Play as a horror movie and as a whole franchise.
All
But
right, I found it.
they get to fuck this up.
All right, here's the story.
There's gonna be so many explosions. All right. I recently attended the Mad Monster Party in Charlotte, North Carolina, a horror and science fiction convention that featured Child's Play and Blade Runner reunion panels, as well as discussion with The Walking Dead's Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl Grimes, and Andy Miller, who portrayed the show's first zombie and the little teddy bear todding girl that chases Rick. Here are some juicy bits of information. Child's Play. There are reportedly two Child's Play projects in the works: a remake and spin-off of sorts involving Chucky's immediate family, Revenge of Chucky. The reunion panel featured Alex Vincent. Alex Vincent? Jeez, he played Andy Barkley. Alex Vincent, Brad Dourif, and Chris Sarandon. What? Chris Sarandon? He played the cop in the first one, never to be seen again. And Dourif confirmed that he's involved in both projects, but has not seen a script for the Child's Play remake yet. Don Mancini and Dave Kirshner have been planning to reboot the franchise for several years, and this remake will be written and directed by Mancini. Woo! The film would be a darker and scarier retelling of the original film, but one that will offer new twists and turns. So they're doing two.
Who knows?
I don't mind two, but that's weird to market. I don't mind. Wait, a spinoff? Who the
Man.
fuck wants to watch a movie about Tiffany and Glenn? I mean, the Tiffany one will be okay if she has
All right,
tits in it.
and here's the news about them buying Halloween.
Oh, bloody disgusting. I used to visit this site every day like I do TFW. No joke, Platinum Dune's getting behind. I love how it says no joke.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucked up Friday the 13th. They're gonna kill this. Oh, man. While some of you may think it's an April Fool's joke, it's not. Bloody Disgusting can exclusively report that Platinum Dunes is in talks about producing reigns on Demolition's film's forthcoming Halloween sequel. Word has it Michael Myers will return and not be in 3D, nor will instill the popular found footage model, which was originally being explored for the potential Friday the 13th sequel. They got canceled because it sucked. We're hearing that Platinum Dunes is out to writers and directors, which could mean that, and as much as we personally love them, My Bloody Valentine and Drive Angry duo Todd Farmer and Patrick Lisser will no longer be involved. Platinum Dunes, Brad Fuller, and Andrew Form were responsible for remakes of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Amityville Horror, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street, as well as originals like The Unborn and Horseman.
Urban.
The Unborn and the Horseman. They need to take some fucking English classes first of all, because I can't read this. They're in
can read
post.
just fine. I think you just can't read.
No, this is weird. They're missing commas in places there should be commas, and
Where do you see? Where do you?
hold on, let me finish this first. The Unborn and
It's
Horseman.
okay. Why just doesn't know how to read.
For
So he
one,
takes
the
out his
Unborn and
frustration.
Horseman sounds like a retarded title. Like it's missing a
It's
consonant.
the Unborn is one movie, and the Horseman is another movie.
Okay. Well, the Unborn sounds retarded, and Horseman sounds fucking like Teenage Mutant Alien Ninja fucks. They're in post on the futuristic horror Vagina. What does that say?
I don't
Vigilandia.
know. I don't know
Vigilandia.
that.
As well as developing the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adaptation. What do you guys think see Platinum Dunes do with the? I'd like them to see them drop it and give it back to Rob Zombie. That's exactly what I want to see them do to it.
Yeah, I love the Rob Zombie movies.
Yeah, we've been over this a lot. They were good.
Yeah, especially love the first one.
Yeah. I enjoyed the second one a lot, but I really liked the first one. I don't like horror movies anymore because they take everything and make it scary, and they take stuff and turn it scary that's not scary, and it's just fucking stupid. You want to know what's scary? The boogeyman behind a humanoid mask and a fucking doll that's trying to take the body and soul of an 8-year-old boy. That's scary. Okay.
You got me thinking. I remember seeing this picture of Michael Bay's new Ninja Turtles. It says, as the picture of the turtles, it says Michael Bay's new Teenage Alien Invader Ninja Turtles. Abbreviate that TAINT. Taint.
Is that the name of the movie?
No. It's just going to be called Ninja Turtles.
The movie?
Yeah. But
Stupid.
teenage.
Apparently, did I tell you about what we found out about the movie, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie?
What about it?
Apparently, they are not aliens. The ooze that turns them into mutants is alien origin.
Says who?
Apparently, someone came out and said that. I think the director.
I don't know.
Which makes a lot more fucking sense.
If that is, that's kind of disappointing because that kind of gets.
We can't laugh at the movie now.
Yeah.
Now I have to take it seriously.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, okay, now it's back. But I don't know. It's still fucking stupid if they are aliens. So, I did actually want to talk about this. I'm actually not sure if you told me your opinion about it, but I did a green screen test for my movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm going through the touch up stages of the script, and I've gotten some really good auditions.
Can I be Viacom?
And I actually have Reuven is going to have a cameo role in it.
As who? Tell me as who?
I can't tell you right here.
Can you message it to me real quick? I won't say it out loud.
All
For
right.
the love of God. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I asked him if he wanted a role, and he was like, "Yeah, just a small role." I was like, "Well, this will be perfect."
Oh man, that's awesome.
But yes, I got a green screen set up, and I did a lot of one test. I'm working on a more more elaborate test.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling pretty good about. I mean, it's still my project. There's going to be a lot of content in it.
What do you mean?
Like, it's going to be at least 2 movies.
Okay.
Like,
How long are movies? Like 45 minutes or like 2-hour feature length films?
Feature length. I would say probably at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, when I do my TF10, it's gonna be I think 3 to 5 minute shorts.
But
which I still need to do. And now that I have my green screen out and I actually have a good camera and really good editing software, I think I might actually start doing that soon.
And I'm actually, well, a big problem that I came across was like having my hand in shot. And
Are you gonna do it? Wait, is it gonna be stop motion or just video or video?
video?
All of it's gonna be video.
Yeah,
Why don't you look into stop motion?
because that's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time, but it makes it look a lot better.
But what I'm actually going to be working around doing is that I'm going to actually either make or buy green gloves. That
Making them is hard. You probably want to buy them.
So,
I've tried.
but so I'll be able to do stuff without worrying about having my hand being on camera.
But then you might crop out part of the figure that you're touching.
That's why I still have to be careful.
Hmm.
But anyway, what did you think of my green screen test?
Well, you doing the voices was pretty funny.
I uploaded the raw footage.
I know. It was cool. Yeah, I noticed the hand thing. I was kind of confused, but I quickly figured it out. Yeah, it was decent. I dug it.
It's just something like I did real quick just to see how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's real simple to do on Final Cut Pro.
Green screening or
Yeah, green screen.
yeah, Chroma King. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I get to mess with both Sony Vegas and Final Cut Pro because I get Final Cut Pro at school.
7 or 10?
10.
I like Final Cut Pro 10. A lot of people don't seem to like it. I like it a lot.
I don't really. We had 7 in the beginning of the year, but I don't really care that much because it's not my own main editing software.
Yeah.
But,
Oh.
we use that for our film class.
So I've casted I've casted a good amount of characters. We look at my book here, but I still need some voices.
Who? Inform the people.
I still need Hot Rod.
I'll do it.
I'll need Cliff Jumper,
I'll do it.
Wheeljack,
Me.
Magnus,
I'll do it.
Bruticus,
Yeah.
and Breakdown.
Combaticons form Bruticus. Yeah. Get the job.
Yeah. Yo, my name Bruticus.
What up, dog? My name Bruticus. Bruticus is gonna vomit.
Names, but I just love how people think that doing that really deep kind of grazily voice that anyone can do, they consider that voice acting.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
well, to each his own. It's just a matter of casting.
Oh man, I got some really good ones though. I forget.
I did tell you what I thought was really funny that I saw, right? About one of your auditions.
I don't know.
Hold on a second. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think he posted that yet.
I anticipate it.
So I imagine it's going to be exactly the same.
I hope it is, and I hope I hope he keeps the same lines. I actually hope he just uploads the same exact video and just names the title
has
different.
In parentheses, this is supposed to be the Fallen.
Yeah, he has an annotation.
Well, we need more user questions.
Yeah, guys,
So,
send them in.
Send them into primecastqa@gmail.com. That is primecastqa@gmail.com. Otherwise known as Primecast Kwanda. It's
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Was that the Z? Or was that the Jewish heritage? Kwanzaa?
Is Kwanzaa Jewish?
I don't know. I thought it was.
I don't think it is.
I don't know.
I know
what the fuck-
Hanukkah is.
Yeah. I don't
And
know what the
Passover's actually right now, so Shalom.
Kwanzaa. I don't know what the fuck that is. I thought it was Jewish, but now I'm not so sure. Anyway, yep. Send in your questions, comments, discussion topics. If you're a girl, send in a picture or two.
You can have this. Wait a minute, we're both in. You're in a very stagnant relationship, and I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna tell your wife.
Okay.
Hey, Keena. Tell her right now on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Jesse. Last name. Oh, look at that picture. Aw. Aw. I like how you spelled liquids.
Yeah. Well, I corrected myself in the first comment.
I mean liquids. It's not the same.
Liquids.
Liquids.
Cats are liquids, though.
Hey, in that one picture you have hair. Cool.
What picture?
From March 26th.
I don't know what pictures are by dates.
You are with your wife and you're in front of a pond and you have sunglasses on your forehead.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Your hair seems to be longer and it fills.
I used to have really long hair.
You told me.
I used to be able to braid it and it would go to the middle of my back.
Wait, braided?
Yeah, like a Klingon.
Fuck.
I only did that once. And it was only for like a couple hours.
Okay.
Just to try it out. I wasn't too keen to it. It was still kind of cool because it made me feel like
A Klingon?
Yeah. But yeah. I then once it got to that length, I cut it all off and I donated it all. Then I see how bald I'm getting. And I'm like, I can't grow it back out.
I want that hair back, guys. Give it back.
Give it back, please. Please, can I change my mind?
Control Alt Delete. Control Z.
Rewind.
Command Z. Command Z.
All right. I think that's Primecast.
Primecast. What's the name of it and our password?
Password.
Well, wait, what? I thought of a name earlier. I forget what it was.
Password is
Skrillex.
Where's the coat hanger?
Where's the coat hanger?
Yep, that's the password.
The title will be Skrillex.
No.
Yeah.
Or what's a Skrillex?
What's a Skrillex? What? Yeah, we can't say what the fuck. Because someone might get offended.
What the beep? All right. So, like I said, that is Primecast.
What leaps is Skrillex? How are you gonna spell Skrillex?
I don't know. How do you spell that?
Skrillex is Skrilllex.
You can follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com.
I do.
/
I already do.
SSJ.
SSJ Autobot, I know. I do.
AUTO.
At SSJ Autobot.
BOT.
I already did.
And you can follow
I did it.
my co-host,
What are you doing?
Wyatt,
I did it.
at
It's done.
twitter.com
Fuck.
/ANIKENVADER.
ER. Anakin Vader.
Twitter, bitches. Do it.
Aw, shit. And YouTube.
This is the end.
This is